When logging into the NLSS gateway, you will be directed to the Cameras section of the user interface. A thumbnail image of each camera connected to the gateway will be displayed. You can also view the list in a list. From the Cameras menu, a list of discovered cameras, RTSP and HTTP streams, appear on the left. In the Cameras list, the icon displayed next to each camera's name indicates the stream type and the operational state of the camera. The camera icon indicates a camera that has been discovered, or a streaming icon indicates an RTSP or HTTP video stream. Note, the camera's icons vary according to the camera model. The green dot indicates the system is successfully connected to the camera. A yellow dot indicates that the camera is out of service or not connected. A red dot indicates that the camera is currently recording. And a blue dot indicates that analytic is running on the camera. From the camera list, you can also use filters to manage the cameras in the list. Filters are useful for systems that have a large number of cameras or streams associated with the gateway. Clicking on one of the filters will display a pop-up dialog box containing filtering choices for the list. Check the items you want included in the list. Deselect an option to hide the matching items in the list. Click Select All to choose all options in the dialog. Click Deselect All to hide items matching all options in this dialog box. Click on the X when finished to exit the dialog. As an example, we are going to filter out all the cameras that are not connected to the gateway. Notice that the camera that was not connected has been removed. You can include this camera in the list again by clicking on the camera filter icon and check the box to include cameras in the list that are not connected. Below the camera list, you will also find arrows that will allow you to page through the camera list in either direction. Each page of the cameras list contains up to 16 cameras. These arrows will allow you to search through the pages for a camera as well. To view video from a camera in the camera list, click on a camera from the list. Note, if viewing the cameras in grid view, you can view the camera by clicking on the thumbnail of a camera. Another useful tool for locating cameras is the search tool. You can use the search feature to locate a specific camera by name. Or, if you do not know the name of the camera but know the area that the camera is located in, you can switch to the grid view to locate the camera. The grid view provides a thumbnail of each camera view. Click on one of the cameras from the grid to view the camera. Located at the top of the video player is the name of the selected camera or stream. As you may recall from previous modules, many IP cameras can generate multiple streams by using different codecs. Stream 0 is the default stream, but you can access the other streams from the camera by using the Stream Selection drop-down menu. Select a stream from the list. Here, we have selected Stream 1 from this camera. To switch back to Stream 0 or select another stream, select it from the drop-down list. Transcode. If bandwidth becomes an issue for displaying video, the displayed video can be transcoded to a lower resolution. The transcode button in the bottom menu of the web interface is used to select the resolution to be displayed. A low resolution setting prompts the gateway to adjust the frame rate, bit rate and resolution to alleviate bandwidth issues. This setting does not affect the quality of the recorded video, only what is displayed in the web interface. Click the transcode button. The button indicates a low resolution is now being used. Click the transcode button again to return to the native resolution setting. The native setting is the camera configuration setting for the video. Important, selecting these settings impacts all displayed video from the gateway, not just the currently selected stream. If the gateway is accessed through RMS, only the video displayed from the selected gateway is changed. The video displayed from the other gateways is not affected. The next icon is Events. You will find all events that are associated with this camera or stream. Select the date and time to search for events associated with this camera. You can use the camera filter to narrow the events that are shown. Then click on Search. Events associated with this camera will be displayed in the list. You can click on an event from the list to see the details of the event. Events will be covered in detail during the review of the Events section of Operations. Click on the Back button to continue. Reports can also be generated for this camera or stream by clicking on the Reports icon. Select the date and time for the report. Select the duration for the report. You can choose an hourly report for the date selected, a weekly report, or a monthly report. The reports can be generated into 3 formats: a bar graph, a pie chart, or a line graph. Once the date, duration and report format have been selected, click on the arrow to run the report. Reports will be covered in detail during the review of the Reporting section of Operations. Click the back arrow to continue with the review of the Cameras section. Next we will take a look at the Video Player toolbar. To determine the current video status, the video player provides real-time information for the selected video stream. This information includes the current stream being viewed, the current date of the video that is being displayed, the current time of the video being displayed, and the status of the video player. The various states of the video player include play, pause, rewind, and fast forward. Finally, the status information provided also includes the current frame rate that is being displayed. Next, we will review the tools available on the camera toolbar. For easier viewing, the toolbar can be temporarily hidden. To remove the toolbar, click the Hide Toolbar button, which is the first button on the left. Notice, the toolbar is no longer visible. To restore the toolbar, simply click the arrow in the lower left corner of the camera view. The PTZ button allows you to utilize the pan, tilt and zoom features of cameras supporting those functions. For fixed or non-PTZ cameras, this button will not be available. PTZ controls will be covered in a separate module. Moving on, let's take a look at digital zoom. The digital zoom feature allows you to zoom in on a specific area of any camera in the system. This feature does not require the camera to support PTZ, and does not actually move the camera or operate the zoom feature of the camera itself. Instead, it changes the view in the video player only. The magnifying tool will appear. Click and move the slider to zoom in and out on the chosen camera view. To change the area in which you are zooming, drag the magnifying glass to another area on the window. To zoom back out, move the slider back to the bottom of the slider bar. To exit the digital zoom, click the digital zoom button again. Many cameras have outputs that can be leveraged by the Next Level Unified Security Suite. If you are using these outputs, you can activate them from the Next Level user interface by clicking the Camera Output button. Upon clicking this button, the associated output will be enabled or activated for 5 seconds. Please reference the Gateway Supported Devices Technical Bulletin for a list of those cameras that are supported for I/O. Analytics. An analytic is software that recognizes certain movements or other changes within a video stream. The Next Level Unified Security Suite currently supports 11 different analytic algorithms which are covered in detail in the Video Analytics Training module. The Film Strip button allows you to choose from a series of thumbnails that represent events that have been recorded in the system. The film strip will appear underneath the toolbar, as well as semi-transparent block showing the period on the timeline that the film strip represents. Click a thumbnail from the film strip to play video from that time. Notice that the Live Recorded toggle button turns red to indicate you are now viewing recorded video. Click the Live Recorded toggle to return the live view. Click the Film Strip button to close the film strip view. The Date and Time Selection button is active only if the selected camera is configured to record. This button allows you to search the available archives for a specific point in time. A calendar will appear. Dates highlighted green, Identify days for which archives are available. From here, you can select the date for which you would like to review video. After selecting the date, you can also specify the time for which you are searching for video. Using the up and down arrows, set the appropriate time, making sure to also specify AM or PM. When finished, click the checkbox to retrieve the video for the time frame specified. Notice, the status line should change to reflect the date and time you specified. The pause and fast forward video controls should now be available and the video toggle changed from green to red, indicating that you are now viewing recorded video. The rewind button is available during live playback or when viewing recorded video. You can rewind through the recorded video of the selected camera at 0.5, 2, 5 or 10 times the regular speed. The rate of rewind will be indicated on the camera information bar. The next button is your play and pause button. Toggle this button to stop and start the playback of recorded video from the selected camera. To the right of the play-pause button is fast forward. This button will be active when viewing recorded video only. Similar to the rewind option, you can fast forward at 0.5, 2, 5 and 10 times the regular speed. Notice that your video status changed from play to forward to indicate that the video is now being played back at 0.5 times the recorded speed. Next, is your live recorded button. This button is green whenever the selected camera is playing a live stream and is red when playing a recorded stream. When viewing recorded video, you simply click the live recorded button to switch back to a live view. Continuing with the review of the toolbar controls, we can now move to the camera events toggle. Clicking this button will display events icons on the 1-hour timeline. Here, you can see that there was one event that took place in the last hour. Click on the event on the timeline to see the details. From the event details, you can save the event by locking it, play the video of the event, take a snapshot of the event or export the event clip. For this example, we will play the video of the event that was captured. Return to the live stream by clicking on the live recorded toggle button. The next tool is bookmarks. A bookmark is a manually defined event that allows you to mark or tag a specific point in time. Click the bookmark button to log an event. Once a bookmark has been created, it will generate a bookmark event that will be displayed in the event snapshot window located on the operations toolbar. If the camera event toggle that we just covered is on, you will also see a bookmark event on the camera timeline. Finally, depending on the severity of these types of events, you may also see a pop-up describing the event. For more details on events and their behaviors, see the Operations, Events module. As we demonstrated earlier, clicking on any type of event in the timeline will rewind video to the specific time at which the event occurred, making for easy retrieval of significant events. Immediately to the right of the bookmark button is the snapshot button, which allows you to take a still picture of the currently displayed camera. A snapshot can be taken from a live or recorded video stream. To capture a snapshot, click the snapshot button once you have located the image you are looking for. A separate browser window will open with the snapshot. To save a JPEG file of the snapshot to the local PC, click on Yes. Again, depending on the operating system and browser you are using, the process for saving the snapshot may differ. Before we can move on to saving or exporting a video clip, it is important to understand the available timelines at the bottom of the video player. Notice that there are two timelines available. The first or top timeline has a 1-hour duration, while the second or bottom timeline covers a 24-hour period. By default, the 24-hour timeline represents the 24-hour period of the current day. However, if you have selected a different date for reviewing in archive, the 24-hour timeline will reflect the 24 hours for the date specified. There are several markings that you may see on the 24-hour timeline. First, if the selected camera has been configured to record, you will see a green bar that covers the time frame like that on the 24-hour timeline for which video has been recorded for the chosen camera. Next, is a detail zone. The detail zone is a transparent, blue box that defines the 1-hour time frame that is displayed for the top timeline. The detail zone can be moved up and down the 24-hour timeline to change the hour displayed on the 1-hour timeline. When the 1-hour detail zone is moved along the 24-hour timeline, the start and end times for the 1-hour timeline change based on the location of the detail zone. This is useful when you know the approximate time, but not the exact time of the event or incident that you are looking for. The final component of the 24-hour timeline is the time indicator. Dragging the time bar to the left allows you to rewind the video for the selected camera. Notice that the video toggle changes from green to red, indicating that you are now viewing recorded video. Click the video toggle to return to the live stream. As mentioned previously, the top slider, or 1-hour timeline, is defined by the detail zone on the 24-hour timeline. The 1-hour timeline also has a green bar that represents video that has been recorded for the selected camera. The 1-hour timeline also has a current time indicator that's slid along the timeline to rewind video for the chosen camera. The 1-hour timeline will also have various icons representing the different types of events associated with the selected camera. Unlike the 24-hour timeline, the 1-hour timeline also contains brackets that are used for defining video clips to be exported. Note, these brackets are only visible if the selected camera is configured to record. To select video for exporting, position the brackets at the start and end time of the video you want to export. Once the video has been selected for export, click the Export button. An exported video clip is stored on the gateway, in the media library. From the media library, the clip can be downloaded to your computer. The export dialog is opened. The date, plus the start and end times of the video clip are displayed. Use the dials to adjust the length of the video clip. Note that a maximum of 4 hours of video can be exported in one clip. Also note that simultaneously running large exports from multiple cameras can impact the gateway's performance. The name of the camera is entered in the name field by default. Change this name so that if a clip was previously exported with the default name, it is not overwritten. Check the timecode overlay box if a visible timestamp is needed on the video clip. The quality of the export also can be selected. Click the Quality drop-down list. Choose from 3 quality settings. High, 1280 by 720. Medium, 640 by 360. Or low, 320 by 180. This setting does not impact the resolution setting for the camera output in the NLSS web interface. Note that if the timecode overlay is selected, a high quality setting is dropped down to the medium setting upon export. Once the quality has been selected, choose the format for the export. Export the video clip as Flash Video, FLV, or MPEG-4, MP4. When completed, click on Yes to export the file. The file is sent to the media library for the gateway. It can be downloaded from there. If the gateway is part of RMS, the file also is transferred to the RMS media library, and can be downloaded from there. The export icon will appear on the toolbar to indicate that the gateway is compiling the video for export. The file can be downloaded from this window, or it can be downloaded later from the media library. To download the file now, click on the blue file name, and follow the prompts. See the media library tutorial in the operations playlist for instructions on downloading a file directly from the gateway, or through RMS. Sound effects and audio warnings can be played through a speaker attached to a camera. An audio file can be associated with the camera by creating an action that has been created during the configuration of the gateway. This audio can be triggered manually from the video player by clicking on the Play Audio button. The NLSS gateway also supports full duplex audio when used in conjunction with an audio-enabled camera. The toolbar contains a slider that controls the volume of your local microphone to the camera speaker. If prompted to grant access for the gateway to the camera and microphone, click Allow to continue. Use the slider to adjust the microphone volume up or down. When the volume has been set to the preferred level, click the microphone control button again to remove the controls from the display. The gateway also has a volume control button that controls the volume of the camera's microphone that is heard on a local speaker. Use the slider to adjust the camera microphone volume. When the volume has been set to the preferred level, click the volume mute button again to remove the controls from the display. The final control on the camera toolbar is the full screen button. Click the full screen button to remove the next level menus, thereby enlarging the video player. To toggle between full screen and menu view, click the full screen button again. Now that we are familiar with the camera user interface toolbar and video time sliders, let's go back and take a closer look at the PTZ functionality. Please return to the Operations playlist to begin the review of the camera PTZ controls.